Peace, love, and light, healing through inspiration. How y'all doing? Great Granddad's Day. Yeah. I almost forgot to tell y'all, man. Freaking yesterday. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Freaking stabbed myself. Accidentally stabbed myself with cutting some coconut oil. Breaking a coconut oil, up. I had the knife, and it was like really, the meat was real close to the shelf. So yeah, but I was holding some aloe on it, so pretty much that's about it. But it's been healing. I feel like it's been healing already. It's just in the tissue, whatever. Okay, I'll see you this way. But yeah, this was the knife. It was in there. I've been hugging the aloe. Letting it catch air. I wasn't really too worried because I know I'm going to heal. We know how to heal ourselves. But I guess I definitely need to do some different techniques, for sure. But yeah, I'm here in nature. I had to get out. I should have got here earlier. One thing is about I wish. I don't know. Something's going on with this weather. This artificial weather and stuff. Like, it's just not making sense. Right now, it was supposed to be cold, and now it's just freaking warm. I'm in a freaking t-shirt. I'm in Flint, Michigan, cuz. Oh, by the way, feathers up too. We're not just talking. We're actually living in American pride. This is something. This is something indeed. But yeah, I'm just thinking about, because ever since my fast, ever since my post, this is my post 10-day dry fast, no food, no water. I went 10 days with no food or no water, and I feel like I've been receiving so much information. It's just so almost at a fast pace. It's hard to catch up. Well, I guess it's hard to really comprehend if that's a contradiction per se, but because it's just all coming so fast. I did tell myself today what I was doing. I was listening to a lot of music. I told myself, hey, we got to turn down the music. We got to turn down the music, especially for today. And since this post-day fast, this was something I have not said, and I have not heard anybody online say this. This time, it's one of the things that seems so off-putting, I guess, since the fast. I think it's just it was so much of a reset. Like, I really have no sense of time. No sense of time whatsoever. And like, I finally have to convince myself, I don't even know what month it is. Now this is previous quarter for y'all. And I'm like, this is like, I have the times I literally had to check to see what month or what day, but it's kind of like I could care less because it's not a necessity, but it's just like, I just don't know. I just don't know, And the ways I can say that is because, it's because time doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist. Who are you to say there's 7 days in a week? Who are you to say there's 24 hours in a day? Who are you to say this? Who do you say the clock goes back forward? Who you say the clock goes back back before? Who you say there's different time zones? Who are you to say this? This is all something. This is all like something that I'm just like, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about quote unquote time. I'm just not like, I'm not thinking about. I'm not thinking about the date. I didn't even know what the date was, and it's kind of like I could care less about it. I could care less about it. I mean, think about it. It just makes more sense. It's more natural. Out of birds, what do you think? A bird cares if it's 8:04? It even cares if it's 2:20. And what about a deer? Another elk, the buck, the bison, it doesn't. It could care less about all this stuff because it's meaningless. It doesn't matter. Uh, and then I do find myself feeling drained. I do find myself being drained by negative energies. Oh my gosh, I keep seeing that bird. Like narcissists. Well, I just need to get the hell away from them. I just need to get the hell away from them. I'm working on that. That was really part of the reason why I did this fast. That's really part of the reason why I did this fast. One of the things too about this fast, because my body is like detoxing. It's resetting itself, and I'm beginning to, as I. Ooh, look at these berries. Let me see. Better. Yeah. I think they're ready yet. Yeah, they're not ready yet. Yeah, they're most definitely not ready yet. Got some developing to do. As I was saying, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I did it, and that's another reason why I don't see anybody talk about fasting for that really too much. But yes, I'm getting getting the notions, I gotta get the hell away, and I do feel drained. I do feel drained by the narcissist, just being around the narcissist, and that's the thing. One of the things I'm working on is a plan to getting away from. Plan to getting away from. People don't, this really makes the difference from a lot of YouTubers. They don't even talk about solutions. They don't even deal with solutions, especially the big narcissistic channels with big followings and whatnot. They just talking about in the circles about stuff that does not matter, stuff that doesn't make, it's meaningless. And I don't even speak about it. And it's like almost cool to talk about narcissism. It really is. It's really almost cool to talk about narcissism. They don't speak on their experiences, and that it's not real, true, genuine experiences. A lot of vague stuff. Cause this is stuff right here, you don't know narcissism until you experience it. Straight up. And it's another thing too, since it's fast, like my energy, like I become very sensitive to a lot of stuff, like to what I can bear. I say this to more like social media. I can barely blueberries. It's not done yet. I got less patience to be on the social media. If you guys saw that, you guys following us on our post on Instagram is one of our posts after our 10-day dry fast with no food or no water. Is that I just don't have I just can't indulge with this stuff. I really can't be around this stuff in social media. It's just, I find that stuff is it's draining too. A lot of miscellaneous stuff. People on there aren't trying to grow. And toxic behavior, negative behavior is being normalized. Let me walk up. Toxic behavior. Whoop. Toxic behaviors is being so normalized, and it's just like it's almost to the point where you feel like kind of alone, where you're the only one who can see through it. I'll give you an example. It was a post talking about how black mothers are, and it was somebody imitating black mothers. It's saying that, okay, where's my keys at? Where's my keys at? Cause I know, where's my keys at? Cause I know somebody go tell me my keys got up and moved. They got up and walked. They got up and walked away. They got up in legs and walked away. And then the person showed that, the mother, she opened up the drawer below, and the keys, he's like, yeah, let me tell y'all something, y'all. That's what I found. And that was just it. And then you see the post and the comments, and some people are like, oh, haha, it was just funny. I just thought it was funny. But I really see the I really see the trueness for what it is. Because, we had a be like mother. And one of the things, our be like mother would do is that, just constantly always blaming me. Just blaming me for stuff that I didn't even do. Stuff I didn't have. She always blamed me for your car keys. I didn't even have my license. I couldn't even drive a car. Never even drove a car. This is before I even drove a car. And she always blamed me that I moved the car. Where'd you put my car? Who moved my car keys? Who moved my purse? Who was that? Where's that? Okay, y'all need to find this. Where? Every single day, screaming. Oh my gosh. And just another thing too, I was thinking about this actually today. I was gonna make this separate video, but hey, I'll just keep going. Is that my biological mother is like, that whole whatever the narrative that the black mother is just, they got an attitude, just so angry. I mean, shoot, it's true. It's true. There's not gonna act like there's not truth to it. My biological mother was always had an attitude, angry every single day. And you know what? These mothers, they when they do that, because you're as a child, you're walking around on eggshells, like, okay, I don't want to piss her off. I don't want to get her angry. Oh, I don't want to get angry. And it's use her anger as a weapon, using her emotions as a weapon. Her being emotionally irrational as a weapon against you, and really as a child, and that's child abuse, and that's psychological. And this goes back to correlating with the black. They don't deal with child abuse. They don't deal with child abuse. They just don't deal with child abuse. So now you're wondering, you're like, okay, I don't want to make her angry. And now you got females that who are like that, and the parents, they shape the role, they shape the child, they shape your adulthood. You dig? So then that's who you go for. So you go for a female who wants to get out angry, and you're like, oh, I don't want to piss her off, and all these scary ass men. I mean, it's more than just to be lax, but you dig? That's what we're talking about now. Oh, I don't want to. I'm like, how? And a mother is just so kind. She knows she's doing this. She's freaking abusing her child. And me, I'm glad. I'm a frick. If a black female gets mad, I'm like, what the frick? I'm like, go ahead, get mad. I don't care. I could care less. Go ahead, get mad. You know, and that's one thing. That's one thing about my biological mother. You know, she did that. She did that to me. You know, and once it just came to me, I'm just like, go ahead, good, get mad. I don't give a frick. I think one time she had said something to me, and I told her off, and I just walked away, and it felt so great because it was like good. Like, what else? You ain't got no leg to stand on. What? What? Let me think. Let me take a time to think of the stories. Shoot, you know, she did it. Oh, one. Yeah, it was about one. Here's one. My biological mother used to always just always to get angry, like every single day, every single day. And I'm trying to think, because now I'm thinking I'm thinking of another story. It must mean that I must tell this one, but hit the like button, by the way. Go ahead, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. But I guess since this one's in front of my mind, that means I gotta tell this one. But the story. All right, this is when I was living in Ohio. I don't want to quote the city. I'm not sure. North Canton. Yeah, one of those two. And you know, one of my biological mother. This is something that, you know, this is when I say this is probably gonna be a big video. But hey, if y'all love it, let us know. You know, sexual abuse. It doesn't have to be. In order for someone to sexually abuse you, they don't have to touch you. They don't have, you know, they could just talk to you. Sometimes they don't have to talk to you. They didn't have to say anything to you. They could just look at you. So, you know, I was just when I was in Ohio, and I think I was a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian at the time, quote unquote time, and I was. Yeah, I was doing it for. I was vegetarian. I know I wasn't vegan yet, but I was like getting close to vegan. I was getting close to vegan. I think I was still eating cheese. And when I was there, I would so there was only like, and I think I was like slimming foods down, so there's like only certain foods I could eat certain foods. So I couldn't eat at all restaurants, you know. I couldn't eat all at restaurants and whatnot, you know. And one of the food I did eat was Chipotle. When I ate at Chipotle, that's something, because my biological mother, she's like, oh, you want to go out to eat something? And I'm just like, and I was like, I don't know, because I'm like, whatever the hell you eat, because I don't eat like that hog. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, you know, so I eat what I eat. She's like, okay, well, I'm like, I'm getting what I'm gonna eat. F that. And that's another thing too, you know, just looking back over that, I guess that's really that's me being of a man and just standing on what I had to stand on. I feel like that, because, you know, don't give females the option to eat, because they don't want it. They be, oh, I don't know this and that. It's irritating. I can care less. Well, to me it is, because it's just like, because in my opinion, because I'm like, because I've had my mother starve me. I've had my mother starve me doing that stuff before. I've had my mother starve me before. Freaking dry. I don't know. Maybe you want to get, man, shut the frick up. Shut the frick up. I don't go frick what you want to eat. I don't go frick what you want to eat. I've had my mother starve me. She think, she's making me a sub-husband, trying to make me a sub-husband. So I'll go ahead and tell you a story, because I was actually, I think I had to be in middle school, and she had me in the car. She's like, "What do you want to eat? I'm like, "I want this." I'm like, "I don't care." I said, "I want something to eat." She's like, "I don't know. I only want that. I don't." I'm like, "Man, stop, man. Pull over and give me something to eat." Like, this bitch used to have fun starving me. And I said, man, I'm about to. I was literally at the I remember being in the passenger seat. Literally, I'm about to get out. I'm at the red light. I'm about to get out the car and walk somewhere to the nearest place, or the Outback or something, just so I can give me something to eat. Cause I don't give a frick what this motherfucker talking about. You sitting there playing games. You want to starve your child? F that bitch. F that bitch. F that bitch. And this bitch is smiling up, having fun. How do you have fun starving your child? F that bitch. And she's like, well, we can go this. And I'm like, I don't give a frick. I'm like, you could get whatever the hell you want. I want this. Well, I'll go there since you want to go. Dumbass bitch. I'd have pimp slapped your ass. Frick that bitch. But so that's one of the ways. So now flashback to when I was in Ohio. And one of the things my biological mother, this when I was telling you about sexual abuse, like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to touch someone. It doesn't have to be physical. One of the things is that she would do all after my childhood is she would get like these sex tape, the sex novels. They call them romance novels. It was just sex. Oh my gosh! And it would just play it. It played in a car. Played on a speaker. You're like, oh, he took his member, and it was very graphic. It was extremely explicit, and just played it out loud in the car while we were there. I'm like, oh my! And she would just play it so loud, play it on the speaker so everybody can hear it, and have me in the car. And she used to be, and so then now she going to play that. So then now. So now, anyways, I'm in the car driving. I'm about to drive in order to go get some Chipotle. I'm hungry. So then she gets in a pack. She's like, you wanna go ride with me? She's like, you wanna ride there? She's like, you wanna ride there? Or you wanna ride with me? Or should I get in the car with you? And I don't know. It's not far at all. It really is not far. When I tell you it's not far at all, it's not freaking far at all from me. It's walking distance. Literally. And so then, and I'm just like, what if it's not far? I don't know. Somehow she ends up getting in my passenger seat. Somehow she ends up getting in my passenger seat. She ends up getting in my passenger seat, and then she's like, oh, what did she say? So then I don't even pull out the driveway. I didn't even pull out the driveway, the parking lot yet, to even leave, to even go to Chipotle, and I hear, he takes his cock and this and all this sexual and just explicit, and I'm just, I'm like, cut that off. She's like, I'm like, man, get out, and this bitch wouldn't get out. So what I did, I turned my car off. Take the club, because I had a club on my steering wheel, and I put it on there. No, I turned it off and I left, and I turned around and left, and then she's sitting on the dashboard, and just standing there. I'm like, so that I end up getting back in the car, put the club on so she couldn't drive my car, since that bitch wasn't leaving. I'm just like, this is an evil bitch. That bitch came out of, this bitch lived in Michigan, so she came out of state in order to harass me. And so then anyways, I went over there, I went and walked over, like I said, Chipotle isn't walking distance, so I just went and walked. After I grabbed my keys, I think I went back to go get my keys so I can go, and then I ended up walking to Chipotle. And man, and I remember that was like a turning point where I was like, I fought back. I fought back against her abuse. And I remember I had a burrito with the guac. And I used to get the chips. I used to put it in I was like, I gotta find a way how to make that the way how I eat now. So I can have that. So then what happened was, she said, what the frick happened? Yeah. And so then I ended up walking there, and I sat down, ate my food there. It was great. I felt empowered. I remember walking, and I just started feeling the power. And then after I finished eating or whatever, like I said, she lived in Michigan, and I lived in Ohio. So I'm just thinking like, oh, she's out of state. Like I wasn't even thinking like maybe she's like she went back state, and it was later. It's later now. So then I'm walking back to my place, and I'm walking back to my place now, and I think I'm on the building right in front of my place. So I think something told me to check my phone, and then I think I had some missed calls from her, like the frick, and I had like voicemails. So I checked the voicemail. It was like, I don't know who you think you are, but what do you think you are? I don't know what you're trying to prove, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, well, okay. Good. She left. She leaving. All right, cool. So then I ended up getting what did I get? Ended up getting a call, and she was like, I ended up walking inside. She was like, and she's still there. That bitch is still there. I'm just like, she's like, yeah, I'm still. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be lit. And that bitch is still there. And she's like, I don't know who you trying to prove. What do you think you are? What are you trying to prove? That's something that bitch always said. Anytime I fought against her narcissistic abuse, like when she was trying to, give me money to eat. I'd rather starve than eat from that bitch. She's like, I don't know who you're trying to prove. I don't know who you think you're trying to prove. When I wouldn't eat any meals that she served to me. I don't know who you're trying to prove. Some like, bitch, I don't like you. I'm not for video size limit almost reached. I don't like you. But hey, you guys want to book a one-on-one consultation, sending us a DM on Instagram at healingthroughinspiration. business course, apparel, artwork, one of a kind artwork at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Daily uploads, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Feathers up, too,